And I'm gonna be I gotta be extra appropriate in this one because Mama's here, so it'll be a good one.
I'm a friggin' doormat. Most chicks don't get me, they all run away. Even tried husky chicks and they won't
Tight 30.
stay.
Yep.
I know it ain't me, I'm my mother.
Oh, what's up, shooters? Yeah. Life is pretty good, JD. I'm currently driving, but I'm doing this safely. Don't worry, folks. No video or anything. Driving to New York right now. We're dropping off my sister at the airport on Sunday, seeing the grandparents. And then Wednesday, I'm taking a little flight, JD. Oh, I'm flying first to London. Then I'm flying to Zurich. And then I'm flying to Lisbon, Portugal. Then I'm taking a bus to Nazari, Portugal. I'm going to be a little bit of an assistant coach for the USA Beach Handball Team - RIP Beach Handball Club. Can we talk about that name? Yeah. Hold the phone. Okay, yeah, we're not going to talk about that on the cast, but I mean, it just sounds like handball is dying, but it's not. Like it's reinvigorated. Okay. So JD, why don't you tell us where you just got back from? Ooh. Aww. Was that expected or unexpected? Yeah. Yeah, of course. Of course. That's the most handball thing ever to happen is us like failing every TOEFL. Jesus. Oh, I watched the Instagram stories. I'm kind of beefing with Joey Williams right now because the trip because no, so Joey Williams was claiming you guys, but he won't post anything for me because he doesn't believe me. Like he doesn't believe that like I got added to the team because it didn't get added to the website yet. So like they haven't posted anything yet for me. So I have to wait till I leave and then like they see I'm actually in Portugal for them to like post stuff.
I hate.
Did they only hear me this whole time?
Yep. Yep. God bless. I hate
It wouldn't be shooting
OBS.
straight
Okay.
without shooting technical issues.
Shooting technical difficulties after 2-month hiatus here. Well, what did I say? I didn't say much. Thank you. Shout out to Alex from UC for saving the day there. I should probably, man, Oh my gosh, there's people calling me like, oh my gosh. I'm sorry, everybody. It's been a long time. We're a little rusty at the podcast game, so I apologize. Let me get up to my stream here so I can see everybody. Apparently, we got too many people watching. Max said we wouldn't have anybody, but here we are.
Shout out viewers.
We are back with sound. I'll do a quick recap. Highly recommend the Canary Islands. Great time, great beaches, great weather, great scenery. Max is going out to coach with the men's club team, RIP Handball. I spent the week playing as a goalkeeper for our U.S. national team in a kind of friendly tournament leading up into Beach Euros. We played against Portugal, Poland, Germany, and España. Did pretty well in some scrimmages. We beat Poland, played Spain pretty well, and then when the tournament came around, we just couldn't find the secret sauce to get the win. So it was a little bit unfortunate. Beach is just too short, in my opinion. We need longer games for goalkeepers, at least. I can't. It's very difficult to transition from a normal shot to tracking the ball for the 360s and Kempas. So we'll get there, but I don't know what else I missed. I think I covered everything I said.
So JD, who played better? You or Mikey?
I don't know. Honestly, it was pretty close. I think there was games where he played well and I played poorly, and there was games where I played well and he played poorly. There just was not a game where we both played well, and that's the unfortunate. Yeah. But
I mean, you got the height on him. You got like 4 inches on that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that kind of might have like helped in his favor because like he was smaller and the shooters were expecting something different, so they might not have been as used to what he was presenting to them, and paid off. I mean, he had a couple big saves, so it was good. But Mishi is correct. I just need to be a better goalie at the end of the day. So it helps, getting shots.
You're the best in the Midwest, but like,
yeah,
there's a big difference between the best in the Midwest and the best in the Canaries.
Yeah, and I mean, having taken only handball shots now like once in the last couple months, I'd say throw me right into international tournament went pretty well. We got a viewer that works with the Brazilian women's national team, so she's saying it's nice to hear another person's perspective. So, it was a little rough going straight from a 22-hour commute, having only 1 hour of basically break before we played Spain. That was a little tough. We survived. Got drilled in the face right off the bat, so that was a little rough. But I think the crazy part with the game is from a goalie stance, it's so short. You're facing a battery of shots you have to have a heavy reliance on your defensive guys to block the far post, and it's just by the time you get into the groove, the set is over, and the set doesn't carry over. It's basically like starting like zero. So that's tough. It's tough. It's a mentally.
That's the crazy part to me is just 2 sets. It's not even best of 3.
Yeah. Yep. So we went to a shootout against
JD. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good.
So we went to a shootout, which was nice. In one of the games, I think against Germany. I think it was Germany, and the ball too is the other part. It's like you'd make a save that would normally be a save in indoor because the ball's a lot firmer, but because of how the rubbery ball, it basically can roll off your hand, and it'll still go through you into the goal. So that's a little bit of frustrating part for me. But I had a lot of fun. I mean, the music, oh my gosh, it was awesome. So Mishi brings up a good point that the U.S. strategy is to just score more points than the other team and not really play defense. So that's.
Well, I mean, we had Dale, a defensive specialist.
Yeah, Dale didn't even have an arm. Like his elbow's like not connected right now. So he played the whole weekend when he wasn't supposed to. But he did okay, being just on defense. The music, I mean, they loved us there. Me, Mikey, and Dale, we were the dancing machines. So We had a good time teaching everybody how to do some dances, and we started the wave. We try to have a dance off with the DJ, so we had a good time. So
were there a lot of fans there? Like, how many fans should I be expecting for next week?
I have no idea about next week. We probably had, just random passerbys on the beach filled the stands, so we probably had 100 or so people stop by and watch. Games.
That's more than usual.
Yeah, exactly. It was a pretty packed beach too. Big fan. And just being on the beach, like the scenery behind you, it's like, where am I?
Yeah.
Like, I went from literally going to work to on a beach island playing in an international tournament in a matter of one day. So, and yes, that would be close to a record in America for fans, especially in Ohio.
Yeah, that 100 would be pretty close to a record. I'm working Wednesday during the day, and then I'm on the plane and I'm coaching Friday.
Boom shakalaka. So, we had 300 plus fans at our futsal match that we played at halftime of that futsal game. So that was probably the most people we've ever played in front of. Anyways, sorry, Max. So what are you expecting going into your trip to Nazare?
Yeah, I'm expecting to maybe not be listened to the most, like, of all the coaches. I don't think I'll be the most respected, which is fine. I just need to focus on.
I think you'd be shocked. I think you'd be shocked. They're pretty like open and receptive. They just want more people there to help learn. So I think you'd be pretty shocked. With that.
Yeah, I think like I've never actually played beach, but I've been watching a lot lately. So I think like I've gotten some insights. Like I think I know their games a little bit, like Charlie and Ebier, like the guys with a lot of games out there. Mm-hmm. So I think I can give some advice, like watch the other teams and like, because when you're playing, you're not really focusing on how the other team's playing. You're just out there playing. So I think like my strength will be reading the other team and like giving our guys advice based on how to play in accordance with the other team. From that bird's eye perspective.
Mishi's ready to roast you, Max. Do you know all the rules to the game? Have you read the rule book?
I have read a lot of rules. Mishi always roasts me anyways, but like I think I'm getting there with all the rules of beach.
Okay, all right. So everybody will put you in line. So luckily you're not out there, so you don't have to enforce any. You're not going to make any mistakes, so don't do anything crazy. But be open, be receptive.
It's not like I'm playing, right?
No, take notes.
Yeah.
It's one of the my thing that Mark always told us to do is every day write down what happened because it's going to be a whirlwind. So write down what you learned. I'm gonna be there
I'm gonna have a pen and pad. I'm gonna take notes. I'm gonna diagram stuff. And everything I learned, I'm bringing back to OSU.
Bingo. So Mishi's point is which coach will you be, because coaches 3 and 4 aren't allowed on the court, so you might be in the stand. So
I got a court pass. I'm gonna be on the court.
He's got a court pass. Watch out, people. Watch out. Okay, we got 20 minutes here before I got to wrap this up for our next my next meeting here. So that kind of covers our USA Beach Handball tour. Max, since I have not been able to be present at our Columbus League, why don't you touch upon how that's been going and what you've noticed from that?
Yeah, I was only there for one. We've only had 2 weeks, but the Columbus League, I think, is just great to introduce guys to the game. I've gotten 2 of my friends who have never played before out. Both of them had allegedly a great time. We got teams like Jeff's team as almost all new guys. So it's just introducing like mostly our friends to the sport and growing the game that way. And there's some pretty competitive games. Like my last game, we won by 1 goal. We were down by 8 at halftime, came back and we're up by 5 with 2 minutes left. Then they started full court pressing, ended up getting to within 1 and we pulled out the dub. It was just good competitive handball. Like outside though, so really hot, and beach style rules. Don't roast me here. Like I know it's not the same as beach, but it's very fast paced and a very short court. So it's very high scoring. So not much like in terms of skill development, but a lot of like reaction, like timing type deals.
Yeah, it's just getting people familiar with the game. So that's a start.
It's good fun. It's most of all, it should be a fun thing. And I had a great time.
Yeah. And speaking of great times, let's talk about Handball Heroes 2.
I was gonna bring that up.
You like that segue? You like that segue?
I love that segue.
Was that a scripted segue?
I don't think so. A little better than the script. One of the best weekends of our lives.
Oh, what a time! What a time! why don't you just get us kicked off from the moment we arrived on site?
Okay, so we arrive and it's late, it's pitch dark, and it's full fog, like absolutely fogged out. And we start walking toward. So we park the RV where we always park it, and we start walking towards where we go, which is the clubhouse at the sports club in Flanders. And all of a sudden, it's foggy. We can't see anything. We hear like, "Watch out for the bear!"
Watch out for the
and we
bear.
We were like, "What? Like, who said that?" And we can't tell. And we walk into the clubhouse, and there's one man watching my cousin Vinny on TV drinking Bud Heavies just at the bar alone with all the lights off.
It was quite the scene.
It was one of the oddest things I've ever seen.
We proceed to sit there and drink a few brews with him, watching my cousin Vinny on mute as he proceeds to tell us how he's the heir to Scotland. And
yes, the heir to Scotland and King James.
Yep. And what else? He's the cousin to Eisenhower?
Yeah, Eisenhower's cousin.
Patton.
Oh, yeah.
Patton.
A direct descendant of General Patton.
Direct descendant to both General Patton and King James.
Yes,
so.
And a few references to his late wife. Very sad, but by a few over 50.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. I want to be on the next right?
Yes.
I want to be on 470 East. Hold on, JD.
Yep.
1 second.
Max needs to focus on driving, folks, so I'll pick up the slack here. But eventually the rest of the guys showed up, and then Saturday was a bit of a cluster. It was some late 11th hour scrambling to get some stuff that we needed. We're trying to sell the Hurricane, so if any viewers are interested in purchasing a fine 32-foot RV with only 25,000 miles, feel free to come and hit me up about that. We were going to put a handball sticker. It's not
my
skin,
God.
A handball skin on the side. Mark's
Tell the skin story, JD.
Mark had one of his buddies design a skin for us. It was a bit complicated because we didn't get the final drawing until Saturday morning, and then Mark wanted us to go to Kinko's or someplace to get it printed out and put on a poster board. It was a whole ordeal. He gave me a flash drive. It didn't have the drawing on it. Then we were playing email tag, and he didn't email the right email, and then the Staples said it was going to take 2 hours, and so now we're just a bunch of dudes loitering around. Meanwhile, we're driving around Mike's Prius, which has got all his clothes and stuff in it that we also had to put this podium in and this easel and all this other junk. And it's like, how do we fit 3 people, this podium, this easel, this draw? I mean, we were just a hot mess. Anyway,
and it was 4 hours.
Yeah, we were gone a long time. It was like 45 minutes away from where we needed to be. So we get done with that, go straight to playing a game against NYC. Typical New York City guys. And we play against them.
We did not play well.
No.
Oh my God.
No. We had one sub, and the one sub we had broke his ankle in warm up. Literally broke his ankle. It was sad.
And he insisted on playing. He insisted on subbing me out of all people. He would just yell at me and he'd hobble over to the wing, and he'd be like, "I'm doing so much better than you," and I was like, "No, dude, you literally are not walking."
So, anyways, after we played that game, they wanted to play another game, so Max and I missed rehearsal for the show. Took a quick shower, got ready, got prepped, went through our lines. I hadn't read the script, so I was like, I had read the script, I hadn't memorized the script. I'm not one to memorize things, so it's a little difficult for me. So that was kind of scary. But then in the meantime, all the Olympians and old-time guys are out there having a good shindig, eating some hors d'oeuvres.
They're getting drunk.
Yep. And then the show gets rolling, which with a fine dinner. The chef, hats off to the chef. He was the man.
That guy rocked it. He was the star.
He will be back for Flanders weekend. He'll be back cooking up a storm. He's going to have a food truck. He's going to have a barbecue and mac and cheese station.
3 restaurants at Sports Fest is
It's going to be out of control, folks.
Bring your wallet.
You got to come prepared. If you're not going to be at Sports Fest, you're not doing your first weekend in August correctly. Moving along. So then the show starts, and to say there was technical difficulties similar to our show is That's an understatement. We had a lot of high hopes, and I think Mark was pretty frustrated with how the audio played out. But there's a lot of audio issues. I don't know if any of you guys
Did they
watched
just
the
not
live
test
stream.
it? Like
I talked to him yesterday about it. He was pretty upset that there was not enough testing done on the mics. I think they did a test. They just didn't do a robust enough test. I'm not in the TV production industry. Kept saying a lot of buzzwords that you know technical jargon that I just did not like. Yeah, sorry, I just don't know what that means.
Was he happy with us though?
Yeah, I think he thought we did okay. I think he ideally wants us to get more people in our age group to attend. But I told him, I was like, look, next time it's going to have to be like maybe a discounted price for people under 25 or college students.
Like our guys
or
are not paying
something.
$195.
So,
I
anyways,
can't afford that.
he had some fun stuff in there. There was some funny stuff. He got Paul Bray did a little shtick in there, so that was pretty cool. The international voice of English-speaking handball. I already butchered my line there. But there's some funny parts. There's some sad parts. There's some good parts. There's some down parts. Max and I were supposed to be the comic relief, so we had a good time. Nobody laughed at our jokes. They tried to strangle Max. But we had a good time with it. It was absolutely a blast. They had a spotlight literally on us the entire time, which was hot. But it's a good time all around. And then we, trying to be... Oh, what, Max? Max is driving through the woods, so we might be facing some technical difficulties here. Max, are you back? Test, Max. You win some and you lose some, folks. I can hear the rumbling. It was a very typical handball weekend, Mishi. Just your typical expectations for... And we haven't even got to, like, the catastrophic failure part.
I mean, it was a great time. I was going to talk about it after the show.
Oh, yes, go ahead. Let her rip. Max?
JD, can you...
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Is this a funny enough shtick of making fun of the show here, Max? We can hear you, Max.
JD, do you got me?
We can still hear him. You guys can hear him?
Let's go. I was going to talk about after the show.
Let her rip.
No, I'm talking about after the show when I bartending after the show.
Oh, that's right.
It's going great. I'm free pouring.
Yeah, yes.
And I'm taking, and they didn't give me any instructions on like what to charge or anything. The cash register wasn't working, so I was just taking random bills and just free pouring fully. So, like the old coach of the national team wanted Bailey's on the rocks, so I just gave him a full glass of Bailey's. Djokovic wanted tequila, so I just free poured him a nice big old thing of tequila. And then some kid wanted a beer, and then after that, one of the members was like pointing at me, and they were like, "This man is not allowed behind the bar whatsoever." And they had to like come back and be like, "Dude, you got to leave." So I got kicked out of that, but they still like let me stay at the place, just not free pour their liquor.
Then they let Max become the meat carver for the roast beef. So
they did
jack
that.
all trades.
Who has never had roast beef before?
Well, you saved the best cut for me, so thank you. So then we had a few drinks, hung out with everybody, had a good time talking with the old guys. They were telling us their old war stories, and then Mike got lost in the woods, so we had to go find him. Then he, I don't know what it is with people trying to go to the bathroom in the RV, but it just, at the end of the day, the answer is you shouldn't go to the bathroom in the RV because you're going to miss.
No.
So... I don't think it's physically possible.
Open the window.
I don't know what Max was trying to say there, but the moral of the story is you can't. It broke up right when he was talking, so
that's fine.
Moral of the story is I don't think it's physically possible to pee on the ceiling, so do not attempt that. It's also probably ill-advised to just go to the bathroom at the toilet because you'll probably miss it. So just go outside. That's all I ask.
And JD, we're going easy on Mike right now. There's more.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we will leave off the show.
Yes.
We only got about 7 more minutes here before I gotta keep rolling. So, anyways, on the way home, we left early. We kicked Mike out and got on the road at about 5:36 a.m. so that we could make it back in time for our Sunday handball.
It was real early. And I slept through it.
Yeah, Max pretty much slept half of the way, if not longer. And once we got to about Akron, it literally sounded like a bomb had gone off. And we were both looking at each other like, nobody else is freaking out, and nothing. The drive was no different, but we pulled over, and sure enough, one of the back tires had exploded. So I called my dad and was like, "Hey, what do you want us to do here?" So we drove out to my brother's house, which is about an hour and a half down 71, and at about 55 miles an hour, and just cruised till we got there and parked it in his front yard. So he was not thrilled about that, but got it all fixed up. Hurricane's going to the shop this week. Hopefully, going to be ready for its final crusade to the east. But yeah, so that's pretty much been life in a nutshell. We still got to get Joey and Chris and some of the Detroit guys on. Talk about the Detroit League. Talk about their trip to Portugal. Maybe we can do a double feature. You talk about your trip to Portugal. They talk about their trip to Portugal when you get back.
Oh, we could do Portugal night. That'd be fun.
Portugal. Obrigado. Bom dia. So yeah, I'll work on finding some more. I'll get Luis, my neighbor, to come on. He's Brazilian, so I'll have him come on the show. Yeah, he's fun. He makes fantastic barbecue. But yeah, I don't know. I think we kind of did quick coverage of pretty much everything. So I don't know if anybody's got any other. Yeah, I know I got to work on my Portuguese. So we'll see what we can do.
JD, I got one announcement before we finish.
Okay.
I will be writing next week on teamhandballnews.com.
You're going to be writing for teamhandballnews.com?
I am writing every night recaps on teamhandballnews.com. For John Ryan.
Did you tell Mark this? Because Mark's going to be ticked that you're not writing for aha.games.
I'll write for both of them. I don't think either care.
Okay, that's good.
I'm making TikToks too. I'm doing a full trip trip report thing on TikTok to get us viral.
Dude, that's actually going to be pretty big. I think.
Yeah, I actually could get hella views, talking up the national team and July 4th type of stuff.
Because people are going to be like, this guy was just a political an analyst. What is he doing with his life? So yeah, I think that's going to be nice.
The USA polo on.
Yeah. When do you leave? Because I could, I could give you a polo or two.
Oh, dude, I just left.
Oh, because you're going straight from.
Yeah. From New York, yeah. That's why I texted you today about clothes. I should have bumped some from you.
Oh.
No, it's all good, boy.
All good, bro. I've slept not enough to process life. So, okay. Well, all right. Good. Well, good luck. I think you'll be fine. They'll give you something to wear. If not, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Just take your shirt off. Let them see the back of your arms. It'll be fine. So.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, JD.
Look, I got really tan this week, so I think it'll be pretty good for you. So.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm so excited. It's gonna be a great opportunity. This is the best opportunity I've been given in American handball so far.
My mom was like, "This is the tannest you've been since high school." So, Zubisi Bay days, baby. But yeah, no, this is good for Max. This is good for America. It's good for the Midwest. It's good for the Armada. Building our brand resume up. Don't let Joey claim us. So we gotta get more vocal than him. That's the key. So I think we gotta work on our own social media presence.
I need to get the Instagram because I don't have the Instagram. I need to steal it from Forstoff.
Hey Josh, give us the password. So I don't think Josh is watching, but we have 8 viewers. We've had 8 viewers this entire show. So
that's pretty darn good
for coming out of the woodwork. I think we got to do this more often. 2-month hiatus, and then we're back hitting it hard. Okay, cool.
I'm all good for whenever, dude. I'm pretty free.
Well, I'm I'm getting back to normalcy, so no more lacrosse. I just have golf and softball now, and handball, and 4-H, and a pregnant wife. So
Yeah,
outside of
a
the
child on
normal
the way.
stuff, it's pretty normal. So yeah, cool, good. All right, well, this is good. Drive safe. Say hi to the rest of the family. Shout out Littmans on their journey. Uh, it'll be nice, fun times ahead, I'm sure. And what? Oh wait, yes. So Mishi brings up a good last point here. She asks, "Are you planning to host your own beach handball tournament this year?" Ball at the Beach Volume 4 will be coming out. When? I'm working on that right now. I've reached out to several bars in the Columbus area asking if we could play beach handball there. None of them are going to allow us to take down their poles. So I'm not really sure that we could play there if they leave the poles up because we're going to run into the poles. I think that's a problem. So we're back to square one or two. One being Indian Lake, less than ideal, and two being my backyard, which is far from ideal because the grass has finally grown back. Only took 10 months, and after being set on fire. So let's say yes, I will let you know. I will let everyone know. Hinson wants to come out. Ebie wants to come out. And we should be able to get something on the schedule. I just need to finalize a date, and we can go from there. Because I think we have a lot of interest. I told the Lexington guys, I told the Cincinnati guys, they're pretty pumped about it. I think everybody's seeing, that what me and Dale and Mikey, being able to be a part of the team, even for just 1 week, even as a last resort. I think it gives everybody an opportunity to see, and what Max is doing next week, that it really could be anybody that could be possible to be a part of it. So if you have two beach fields right after each other, the space between the poles is sufficient. So you're saying to run perpendicular to the courts, or are you saying to run end to end? I think you're saying end to end. Okay. I'll have to look and see if any of them run end to end. I guess we can look right now real quick. Max, do you know of any? I only know of Woodlands, which does not run end to end.
Yeah, I just know Woodlands and Flanagan's.
Oh, Woodland. Excuse me. No. Volley Park is what I'm thinking of. I have not been to Woodlands. Flanagan's does not run end to end, but Woodlands might. So let me.
Woodlands is a good location because it's Grandview.
It's good. It's a good spot. But let me see. All right, where are we at? Google Maps. Sorry, Mishi. This is terrible podcast content. Okay. And Woodlands does run end to end. So there's the move. There is the move. Okay. So, and they could leave. No, they'd have to take the nets down. You're saying you could leave the nets up? Hold on, let me measure this. That is 23 meters, 24 meters from pole to pole. That doesn't seem right. What about width? Isn't the court's 15 plus 12? The court's 27 long, and it's, 12 wide? I think. Yeah, these aren't. We'd have to. Okay, we could. That's off. Okay, yeah. All right, I'll talk to him again. I'll follow up with them. All right, but I think Woodlands would be the move. So we would need 2 courts at Woodlands. There's no safety net. That's the downside. So we'd have to get. I don't know. I'll have to talk with him. I'll play around with it. Let me go look at freaking Volley Park real quick. Where am I? 23. Sorry, folks. If anyone's ever interested in playing beach volleyball in the Columbus area, or hopefully beach handball, make sure to hit us up. Okay, here's Volley Park. Not gonna work there. They only have 5 courts. Dang. And I'm pretty sure Flanagan's will not work. Okay, sorry. Max, you got anything else to comment on with your life here before we call the show done? Ooh, Flanagan's would work.
I think I'm all good.
No, it won't work. There's this freaking, their big advertisement things in the way.
Oh.
Yeah. Dang. That's unfortunate. Well, I'll give Woodlands a call again and see. Otherwise, we're looking at maybe. Do you know if they tore out the sand at Beekman? Do you know if they did that yet?
Yeah, I think they. You'd have to check, but I think they ruined Beekman.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll have to go to Dayton or something like that, or Cincinnati. So Columbus doesn't want to play nice. Okay. Cool. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. As always, we're very receptive to the chat. So if you got anything, throw it in there. We're gonna try to get back to a routine here. Maybe Thursday nights after golf is a good time to do this. That works for me. I'm already wearing my España Balonmano shirt that I got from last week. So for a little Team Handball Thursday action. Also, shout out, see who's been repping Aalborg since day one. They might have got whooped in the final, but I'm just saying they made it. So
that was crazy.
Against all the haters
over at PSG.
Yeah. So, every squirrel gets their nut. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Well, on that note, as always, shooters, keep on shooting. Max, anything?
Keep shooting, shooters.
All right.
Nope, I'm all good. Thanks, JD. Have a good one, everyone.
Best of luck, Max. We'll be watching live. All right. See you guys.
Peace.